Good morning, YouTube. So, today's Monday. Some primary deadlifts on the menu, as you can probably tell from the title. I'm stoked, man. This is by far my favorite training day, mostly because I'm coming off of a ton of rest, right? So, over the weekend, over Saturday, Sunday, get some extra calories, a little extra sleep, feeling good, body's moving all right. Gotta shake off some of the rust because haven't gotten as many steps or movement in over the weekend, but it is what it is, right? So, coming in, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling well rested, body's feeling good. We got a top set today. We got 405 for a double, then some back down pause deadlifts. So I'm stoked for that. I'll walk you guys through that, show you guys, videotape it all, what have you. And then my work day is pretty long as well. I've got 2 shifts, morning and afternoon. And then I've got to sneak an extra squat workout in there at some point. I've got a 5x5 pause squat. So I'm stoked. I'm fired up. I'm feeling motivated. About to get after these deadlifts today. I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. I'll see you guys inside the gym. What's up, guys? So warm-ups felt great. 135, 225, 315, 365. They all felt great. So I'm stoked. Gonna load 405 and we're gonna make it move as smooth as we possibly can. What's up, guys? So 405 moved great. I thought that was a good top set. Yeah, finished that. I had my first set of back downs. I got 2 more sets of back down pause deadlifts. We're just gonna make a move as good as we can. A little pinched on time, so we gotta keep the pace going. Hopefully my cardio can keep up, but yeah, let's wrap up this workout. The hard stuff's done. Alrighty, guys, so deadlift's done with. I learned a cue a couple weeks ago, or at least I picked up on a cue that was working well, and it was bring your eyes up, right? Bias a little more extension, especially through the upper back, T-spine, and it's always helped my deadlift. It always has. And for whatever reason, I wasn't doing that today, so I watched back my 405 top set. Same thing, I wasn't looking up. Now, everything moved well, so I can't complain. Just feel like crap because I missed an easy cue that's been helping my deadlift, and I don't know why I stopped doing it or forgot about it, whatever. So hindsight's 2020. We'll do better. We'll do better on Wednesday. I won't forget about that one, but yeah, finished up with deads. I got some hamstring curls, some rows, neck shrugs, and abs, and we're done. up, guys? So workout's pretty much over. Honestly, felt really good. Caffeine hit well. Satisfied with today's numbers and how things moved. Obviously, it's just a piece of the puzzle. But wanted to talk to you guys that kind of the difference between lifting now and where I was maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I was powerlifting back then. Back then, I would just fall into the same routine and drill it over and over and over and over and over. And a lot of that was just comp specificity. And I was very immature with my weight selection. And I usually pushed an RPE that was too heavy. It worked really well when I first started out the first couple of years because I was consistently progressive overloading. Body weight was climbing up as well. And obviously increased body weight makes progressive overload easier. But now I have more muscle mass. I'm at a lower body weight too, so recovery is a little bit more difficult. But yeah, either way, point being, I'm more mature as a lifter. So my weight selections are much better. My RPE selections are much better. I tend to stay in the pocket and I'm okay with taking my ego away, which is a huge part of lifting, right? In order to build momentum, you have to spend more time at submax levels. And I'm also better educated as well. So I'm training movement patterns. I talked about this in my last video. I'm training movement patterns I don't necessarily train from the SBD movements, whereas previously, all my accessories mimicked SBD. And so I left a lot of gains on the table for movements that I was not getting. I kept drilling into external rotation at the knees and at the hips, and a lot of my pressing was just horizontal. I wasn't doing any sort of vertical pressing or scapular movement while I was pressing. And it led to just dysfunctional patterns. I had very little support when pushing heavy. Luckily, I never got injured, which is huge, and I've, knock on wood, have not really had to deal with any serious injuries ever in my lifting career. I'd like to keep it that way, so we're gonna stay healthy. But either way, very, very happy with how today's session went, with how this block's looking in general. I'm very stoked for what the future has in store. So I need to get showered, cleaned up, get the workday started. It's now 4 a.m. Behind schedule at 4 a.m. Who would have thunk it? But yeah, very, very stoked. I'll see what else I can film today, but if not, this might be the end of the vlog. Appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see what the future has in store. Thank you guys. Hey guys, so just wanted to recap my day. Kind of took you through for the first half of my day, didn't really touch on the second half of my day. So I had my morning workout, my deadlifts that came in the early AM, and then had my first shift, the first half of my workday. Got in my squats, which you guys did see, the 5x5 pause squat. That moved pretty well, very, very happy. Just greasing the groove. I've found a rhythm on my squat. I'm feeling really good. Just gonna keep hammering it home and let the program do its work and just keep on keeping on. Got my recovery in today too. I did a little sauna, cold plunge, PMF work, red light, and some Normatec boots, some compression therapy. So I feel really good, about as good as I can feel after a really long work day. Had my afternoon shift as well. Here in West Michigan, it's about 90 degrees and 70% humidity all week long. It's going to be brutal. Today's day one of like 4 or 5 in a row where it's just ugly. It's swamp weather. So been on top of my water as best I can, but being on your feet for 8 coaching hours plus meetings, it's been a long day. So looking forward to some much needed rest. We'll probably get some protein ice cream in before I go to bed. But the common quote that I have had ringing in my ear is pressure is a privilege. Right? It's a privilege to be able to get up early, to honestly go to bed early in order to get up early. That's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to work out. It's a privilege to train. It's a privilege to be healthy. It's a privilege to be able to serve. It's a privilege to do what I do, right? Get to do the jobs that we get to do every single day, right? It's a privilege. Not everyone gets the opportunity to serve others. They don't get the opportunity to better themselves, right? They have something else going on in their life. Right? So as difficult as times may seem, as hard as things can be, it's always a privilege, right? And it just always stays ringing in my head. That's something that's been my theme as of the past few days, and I want it to continue being the theme this week. Don't let you beat yourself up, right? Pressure's a privilege. Everything you do is a privilege. Have that mentality. Things will work out. Either way, appreciate you guys. I'm headed home. It's been a long day. Have a great night, guys. Bye.